What's up guys, in today's video I'm going to talk about my macronutrient breakdown of protein, carbs and fats. Shout out to my audience, for showing me love because they've requested these videos too. And I've been meaning to put it out there, so I'm going to go in depth to what protein, carbs, and fats are, and then explain each one as much as possible throughout this video. So let's get right into it. So step one, I want you guys to have a general understanding of what your macronutrient breakdown is and how many calories are you consuming on average. Are you consuming 2,500? Are you consuming 2,600? And how much of that is protein, carbs, and fats? That's a very essential step one, basic step. Step two of this process would be to have a general idea of what your body composition is. Are you trying to reduce fat? Generally speaking, people want to build muscle, i.e. put on some size, or reduce fat. But in general terms, if your body fat is 12% or more, you should look to reduce fat. If your body's fat is in the range of 8% to 9% tops, you should look to put on more size and build muscle. And that's step two. And that's very important. What are your goals going forward? Step three, and this is speaking in very general terms. I'm gonna give you guys an example. Let's say you're consuming on average 2,500 calories. In order to grow, you have to consume 2,600 to 2,700 calories. Again, like I said, this is in very basic terms. Now let's say you need to cut. You need to consume 2,300 to 2,400 calories. I'm going to go now a little bit more in depth. For protein, 2.3 grams per kilogram of body weight. So the more you age, the more protein you need. Example, you're 30 plus years old, your weight is 75 kilograms. What does that mean? So a good starting point is 75 times 2.3 grams, which is 172.5 grams of protein. Now for carbohydrates, when the goal is to maximize muscle mass or increase exercise performance, a moderate amount of daily carbs are needed. That could be burning fat, lifting weights, which is generally what people tend to do when they're in the gym. An ideal starting point for all training levels is 3 grams per kilograms of body weight. So an example, we've been using the example for protein, if you're 75 kilograms, multiplied by 3, a good starting point is 225 grams of carbs. Now, this doesn't mean that this is gospel. You have to play around with it. If you want to get bigger, you have to go for 3.2 grams per kilogram or 3.4 grams per kilogram. If you want to cut, you want to generally stick to that, or maybe go a little lower, like 2.9 grams per kilogram. So it's all trying and error, but this is a general starting point. A lot of people ignore fats. Fats is an essential nutrient in performing many bodily functions, such as keeping your hormonal balances in check. A minimum of 0.7 grams per kilogram of body weight is recommended as a good starting point. Now, as we're going to take the example, 75 kilograms, if you weigh that, you need 75 times 0.75 grams of fat, which is 56.25 grams of fat. Now that you guys have a general understanding of protein, carbs, and fat that I've outlined in this video, I'm going to give you a more general guideline of when you're gaining or if you're cutting. This has worked out greatly for me. If you're gaining or trying to build muscle mass, you want to aim for 0.25 to 0.5 pounds per week off your body weight. And if you're trying to lose fat, you want to aim for 1 to 2 pounds off weight per week. Weight gain or weight loss will depend on your training level. So, for example, a beginner who just started to train, he may see more than 0.5 pounds or 1 pound of weight gain in the starting point. But let's say for a more experienced trainer, it's generally safe to stick to that range because anything more or anything drastically more is a recipe for disaster and it's not sustainable. Similarly, for example, if you're 25% body fat, you might see more than 1 to 2 pounds loss of weight compared to somebody who has 9% body fat. So these are the ranges that you should stick within. And now that you have a more general understanding and a better understanding of carb, protein, and fats, it's safe to now play around with your calories and see what works best for you in terms of your physique and what you see in the mirror. All right guys, so we've come to the end of my macronutrients breakdown video. Please share, like, subscribe, comment down below what you think, and follow me on my Instagram link up here, and we out.